Hello everyone and welcome to my channel Octopus Math by Sahiba. Question number 2. Describe fully the single transformation that maps A onto shape B. Okay. So this is basically where I'm trying to also explain you how things are. So in transformation we have four categories. One is translation, one is reflection, one is rotation, and the last one is uh, enlargement, right? We can definitely see that this is not translation, because in translation what happens is that the shape actually shifts size. Like if you see A and D, basically D is the enlargement, but if you see that kind of, if it was the same size as A, then you can say that this A and D, D is the translation of A. Okay, right? So because D is not the same size as A, that's why it's enlargement. But I was just giving an example of how what translation is. Reflection is, you can say that A and C are reflections of each other. Like it's exact same, but there's a line in between on which A has reflected onto C, right? So B is definitely rotation. It's not enlargement because it's the same size. It's not reflection. It's not translation, which means definitely it's rotation. So even if you, this is 3 marks, which means there are three reasons, right? I mean, there are pointers to be written. So rotation, if you could not understand anything else, just rotation, you will still get 1 mark, right? So rotation for 1 mark, and then we need to see what degrees of rotation and what's the center of rotation. So this I think is 180-degree rotation, because it's if you rotate it here, like um, if it was 90-degree, one rotation, it will be somewhere here, right? The shape B will be somewhere here. If it was 90-degree anti-clockwise, the shape B will be somewhere here, but it's taken another turn, so I think it's rotation of 180 degrees. Clockwise, anti-clockwise doesn't really matter, because 180 degrees is fine. If you still want to write clockwise, anti-clockwise, I think it's okay. You can write, but writing clockwise, anti-clockwise would in 180 degrees still, it doesn't matter. Okay. And then we need to write the rotation, point of rotation. How do we find out the point of rotation? Is that we mark any two corresponding points. Like for example, this is one point and the corresponding point will be this. All right. We have to find the matching points. So one is this point. I'm going to connect it roughly. This is going to be rough. Okay. And then I'm going to find another corresponding point. It could be these 2 points. It could be these 2 points, whichever you want. Okay. So let's take these 2 points. Now you need to connect these. Okay, and then with these two lines you have to draw perpendicular bisectors to see where these two perpendicular bisectors meet, right? So I'm going to draw a rough perpendicular bisector, right? You put your compass needle here, make an arc. You put your compass needle on the same point, make an arc down. Shift the needle, put it here, make an arc up, make an arc down, right? Okay, connect these two. This is so rough. Okay, you will tally it from the marking scheme. Okay, and then again from the second, put your needle on this first point, make an arc here, make an arc down, put the needle on the second point, make an arc up, make an arc down, and then you connect these two, right? And the point they are going to meet will be your point of rotation, right? So roughly this is about 6 7. This is roughly about 6 7, because my arcs are not accurate. The answer must be around it. All right. So I'm pretty sure that if you made your arcs and lines accurately, you'll be able to uh, point the correct thing. So the answer is 6 7. Oh wow, wonderful. 6 7. So this is roughly 6 7. Yeah. Okay. So the point of rotation is You can write the whole thing. I'm just writing the short form, point of rotation. Okay, so changing the color back. Shape C from A to C. Okay, so from A to C we've already noticed. Let me erase this. Right. So from A to C we've already noticed that it's reflection. And if you want to see what's the point, I mean what's the line of reflection, you can see that you connect two corresponding points, and then you try to find the midpoint of the two corresponding points. Okay. uh, Here it's so obvious that it's going to be this line only, right? That's how we do it. You don't actually have to do this. I mean, if the questions are complicated, then you can, but I think the reflection questions are pretty easy. You can easily see the line of reflection, right? So this line is going to be the line of reflection. So this line will be the line of reflection, and the coordinate, I mean the equation of this line will be x is equal to 1. So basically it should be of 2 marks. Shape C, yeah. So 2 marks. 1 mark is for defining what type of transformation it is. So this is reflection. And the second mark is for the line of equation. So you will say that equation of line. So you'll say reflection along the line x is equal to 1, right? Okay, so from A to D, yeah, A to D is enlargement, right? A to D is definitely enlargement because A and D, they have changed size, right? And this is positive enlargement because D looks somewhat like it has translated. Okay, so if you think that it has translated and not rotated at the same time, so it's positive enlargement. Otherwise, if you think that it has rotated as well, so this is called negative enlargement. We'll see in the other video how this goes. Anyway, so A and D, D is the enlargement of A, and first of all we'll see the center of enlargement and then the enlargement factor, the scale factor, right? So just notice that these are 3 blocks, and these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks, right? So this is a multiplier of 2, positive 2, because they have only, it looks like it has translated, right? So it's positive 2. So scale factor is 2, right? And then you will have to say that this is enlargement, 3 marks. So one is 1 mark for the for identifying this as enlargement, the second mark for the scale factor, and third mark for the center of enlargement. All right. And how do we calculate the center of enlargement? We connect corresponding points. Like for example, I'm going to connect these 2 points. These two are corresponding, right? And any other 2 points, like for example these 2 points, right? Let me connect them. And where the points that these two lines intersect, that's going to be our point of enlargement, right? So because they don't intersect somewhere within this area, so I'm going to extend the lines and then see where these are going to meet. My lines are not straight. So this is roughly my point. This is 6 comma 10. All right. So the center of enlargement, again short form, is 610, right? Let's check the answers. Reflection in the x is equal to 1, scale factor of 2, 611, right? Okay, on the grid, draw the image of shape A after a translation by the vector -3 and 2. Okay, -3 and 2, all right. Okay, so basically you have to transform A, uh, like translate this figure A to this, right? So this -3 it describes the translation on the x-axis, and this 2 describes the translation on the y-axis. So you pick a point So we are talking about to translate this shape. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points on the figure A. Pick a point, pick a random point. Let's say this point we need to translate first. So it has to go 3 units on the negative x-axis. That this negative does not mean that the -3 on the x-axis. It means 3 units to the left. Okay, from this point you need to go 3 units to the left. If it was +3, we need to go 3 units to the right. It says -3, which means it's 3 units to the left because we are talking about the x-axis. So 1, 2, 3. Now it has moved -3 units on the x-axis now, and do not forget about this too. So this tells you that 2 units on +2 on the y-axis. That means it's not talking about this +2 on the y-axis. Basically means that you need to go up by 2 units, right? So this is 1 and that's 2. So this is my new point. I mean, this point is translated up to there. So 3 units to the left and 2 units up. Similarly, you will transform each of them. You can transform any like 2 to 3, and then you create the shape, because the shape will remain the same. It's only that shifted the position, right? So 1 point will be enough. So this will be my second point, judging its size, and then 2 units, 2 blocks down will be my this point, right? And this is 2 blocks away, so it's going to be this, right? So correct translation, right? Okay. So that, for this you'll have to trust me that I've done it correct. Okay. Thank you for watching. Share my videos with your friends and family to spread the knowledge. Also, keep watching for more videos.